So today, this is Hamlet, Act 3, Scene 2. This is the end of the reading for Friday, and this is where Hamlet brings the actors into the room and he gives them their stage directions. It says here at the top, Hamlet had brought the actors to the room where they were to perform so they could get their bearings and prepare for their performance. He took the leader aside and gave him the speech he had written. And in this area here, Hamlet is just giving them instructions on how to act things out. He's playing the director and telling them not to overdo the acting and not to make it look ridiculous. And so in continuing, he says here, don't be meek either, but let your own discretion guide. Suit the action to the word and the word to the action. And so he wants the actors to look realistic is what he is telling them. I hope we control our acting quite well, said the player. So the player is one of the actors. And he is saying that he's going to try to do his best. Oh, control it completely. And tell those who are playing your clowns not to improvise because sometimes they laugh to get the simpletons in the audience laughing too. While something important in the plot is occurring and everyone is distracted, it's unfavorable and shows pitiable judgment that the fool is doing it. Go and get ready. So Hamlet is just asking them to be very serious about this to make sure that he can watch Claudius and that Claudius isn't distracted so he can determine whether or not his new stepfather is guilty. The actors filed out just as Polonius arrived with Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. Welcome, my lord, exclaimed Hamlet with exaggerated warmth. Is the king coming to see this play? Polonius bowed. And the queen, too, and they're on their way. Go and get the players back, said Hamlet. He shooed Rosencrantz and Guildenstern away. Go and help him. He still couldn't have a moment to himself, because no sooner had they gone when he heard someone else. Who's that? He said, peering through the darkness beyond the candlelight. Horatio! It is I, sweet lord, at your service. Horatio, you're the only man in the world I can talk to. So Horatio is Hamlet's confidant. Horatio waved the comment away. Oh, my dear lord, he began. No, don't think I'm being flattering. What could I possibly want from you as you've got no money, only your cheerful nature, to feed and clothe you? How can the poor be flattered? No, leave it to the candled tongue to lick absurd pomposity and the crook the willing joints of the knee to gain something by fawning. Now listen to me. Ever since I first came to awareness and began to be able to judge one man's merit against another, I have signed you out as my friend. That's because you're a man who can take it, a man who accepts good and bad luck equally. And those who are well balanced are blessed because they're not like a recorder that has to sound every note according to the stops that fortune chooses to press. Give me a man who isn't at the mercy of his passions, and I will take him to heart, yes, the right hand of my heart, as I do you. Horatio bowed his head and acknowledged the prince's declaration of friendship. There was nothing to say. Hamlet laughed. Enough of this, he said. He invited Horatio to sit down. There's a play tonight, and the king's going to be there. One of my scenes comes close to the circumstances I told you about of my father's death. Please, when you see that scene coming, concentrate. So Hamlet is asking his good friend Horatio for some help here to watch what's going on. Watch, my uncle. If his guilty secret isn't released by one of the speeches, then it's an evil ghost we see, and by my suspicion of him, as vile as Vulcan's anvil. Don't take your eyes off him. Mine will be riveted, and afterwards we'll compare notes about his reaction. Well, my lord, said Horatio, if he steals anything while the play is on, I'll miss it. I'll pay compensation. Hamlet acknowledged his friend's humor with a smile. The trumpeters were taking their places at the door. They're coming. I must resume my previous manner. So Hamlet's going to go back to acting crazy or mad or melancholy, whatever he chooses that day. There were 2 chairs set out for the royal couple and cushions for the others. Choose a place, said Hamlet. The musicians announced the king and queen's arrival with a royal flourish, and they came in, followed by Polonius, Ophelia, Rosencrantz, and Guildenstern. Claudius came straight to Hamlet, smiling. And how is our royal cousin faring? Excellently indeed, said Hamlet. He opened his mouth, pretending to swallow mouthfuls of air. Like a chameleon, I eat the air, which is full of promised food. You can't feed capons as well as that. I can make nothing of this reply. I haven't caught your words. They're not mine. Nor mine now, said Hamlet. He turned away abruptly and smiled at Polonius. My lord, you acted at the university once, you said. That did I, my lord, and was accounted a good actor. What part did you play? I played Julius Caesar. I was killed in the Capitol. Brutus killed me. So that right there is foreshadowing that he's going to be killed. It was brutish of him to kill a capital calf there. He turned to Rosencrantz. Are the players ready? Yes, my lord. They're waiting for you. Gertrude stood beside her chair. Come here, dear Hamlet, she said. She indicated the cushion in her chair. Sit by me. Hamlet glanced toward the chairs and the cushions, and he saw that Ophelia had selected a cushion and was lounging on it. He went towards his mother and then grinned and sat on the floor in front of Ophelia. "No, good mother, here's more attractive metal." Polonius and Claudius had been watching Hamlet's every movement. "Oh, ho!" exclaimed Polonius under his breath. "Did you see that?" Claudius nodded and went to his chair. The others took places on the cushions. Hamlet looked up at Ophelia and smiled engagingly. "Lady, do you want me to lie in your lap?" "No, my lord. I meant my head in your lap." "I know, my lord. Do you think I meant country matters?" "I don't think anything, my lord. It's a lovely thought, to lie between a woman's legs." So, yeah, it's exactly what you might think it is here. What is he going to do with his head between her legs? "What is it, my lord?" He lay flat on his back. "You're in a good mood, my lord," she said. "Who, I?" He raised himself again to look at her. "Yes, my lord." "Oh, God, yes, I'm the ultimate comedian. What else can a man do but be in a good mood? Because, look, see what a good mood my mother's in, and my father died within the last 2 hours." "Nay," she said. "It's been 4 months, my lord." "So long? No, let the devil wear black then, and I'll get a suit at the deepest pitch. Oh, heavens! Died 2 months ago and not forgotten yet. There's hope that a great man will be around for full 6 months. In that case, he must build churches, memorials, or else he's forgotten like the band Hobby Horse, whose epitaph he began singing for, oh, the hobby horses forgot." The shrill sound of hot boys interrupted them. The play was about to begin. 2 actors walked in solemnly to the front, dressed as a king and a queen. They bowed to their audience, and thus began the dumb